It's fun being a birder. Now here's a neat find. Woodpecker has been at work. When it's your passion, you just love doing it. It's a very easy thing to get involved with.
Thank you for watching Anoka County Today and Birding with Bob. I am joined by Bob Holtz. He's one of our adult education specialists out here at the beautiful Wargo Nature Center. And he is also an ornithologist. Now, do you know what that means? It means that he is an expert in birds. And so today for our Birding with Bob podcast, we are going to be talking about permanent residence. And first of all, what does it mean to be a permanent resident bird? Does it really speak for itself?
Pretty much so. It implies that this is a bird you can find any day of the year in our area.
Okay.
And there's probably 40, 50 of those in the state, but you can't find all of them here. You'd have to go some places other than this to find some of them. Okay. It does not include those where they pretty much all migrate, but a few species stick around.
Okay. Now, you're the expert. Those of us who are not, tell me a little bit about the ones that we are most likely to see.
Some of the more obvious ones would be like the American crow.
Okay.
Large black bird. I think most people recognize as soon as they see it. The only thing they might confuse it with would be a raven. But ravens are not too common in our area. And if they call, you'll certainly know the difference. And if you note, take a look in the field guide at the tail shape, they'll see there's quite a distinct distance too. So they're not that hard to tell apart. Okay. They're pretty common. You can see them along the roadsides easily, and that's in part because of what they eat. Okay. One of the things they'll eat, besides basically everything, is carrion, dead animals. Okay. And there's always roadkill alongs the highways.
Department appreciates their assistance.
Yeah. Yeah. And so that's where you can see them. Their numbers are smaller, though, than they were maybe 10 years ago, let's say, because they've been very susceptible to the West Nile virus.
Really?
So
crows have?
Crows have, yeah. They're very intelligent birds. They travel around in family groups, maintain a territory pretty much all year, so if you have crows in your yard one month, they're most likely going to be around the next month also. Okay. Close relative of theirs would be blue jays.
Okay.
Close relatives, yeah. Blue jays actually migrate a bit, particularly the immatures. The ones we see here in the metro area may have been up in Pine County or Duluth this summer. Okay. And they shift down a little bit. There's been a lot of that migrating lately, people have noticed. Noisy birds usually travel in a group also, so pretty easy to spot. And they're a little bigger than a robin, so not hard to identify. Yep. You know. Those would be the main two. Okay.
How about, before we started today, so I saw the blue jay that I told you about that came down and ate the little woolly caterpillar. And then there was also a woodpecker that flew by. Now, are those woodpeckers permanent residents too? And I think it was one of the bigger ones, the pileated.
Oh, you're lucky. We have 9 woodpeckers in Minnesota. 7 can be found here in the metro area year-round. Excuse me, some of the times. Okay. Out of those 7, 4 are found year-round. Okay. So we've got 4 permanent resident woodpeckers. The most common and smallest is the downy woodpecker. It's a little smaller than many of the birds we see. It's about a sparrow-sized bird. White in front, white back, wings that are fairly black with white spots, so you don't notice all that white all the time. Readily come to your backyard feeders. You're going to want to see them in the wintertime, put out suet. They also like peanuts, a lot of other seeds, the sunflower seeds in particular. Okay. Male has a little little red spot on the back of his head, so you can tell the males from females too. Bigger version of the downy in terms of color is the hairy woodpecker. He is more robin-sized than sparrow size. Okay. But you sometimes get a bigger than average downy or a smaller than average hairy, and it gets hard to tell by the size of the body. The thing to look for then is the beak size. The downy has a little stubby beak, and the hairy's beak is much bigger than that. So you look at the beak, it's not hard to tell them apart. A third woodpecker that's a permanent resident would be the red-bellied woodpecker. Okay. Doesn't really have a red belly. If you had him in hand, you could look and see a little pinkish color. Okay. The back and wings are kind of alternate light and dark stripes, so some people say they're zebra-backed. but that's not commonly used as a name for them. They too would show up at your bird feeder possibly, but like the Harries, they like a bigger wooded area and aren't as apt to come to your backyard as the downy. And then there's the pileated woodpecker. If you live in the urban area, not very likely to see them. In the suburbs you might. They need a very big wooded area, but sometimes they may be traveling through.
Okay.
And they love suet, so that always helps as a possibility to get them attracted. If you find a decaying tree that has a cavity, not a cavity as much as a trench that's been dug out 4 or 5 inches deep, 4 or 5 inches wide, a few to several, 20 feet long even,
yeah,
you know a pileated's been at work getting lunch.
And they're pretty good
They're
size.
a crow-sized bird that's
right,
black, basically, has a red crest. On the male, it comes all the way down to the bill. On the female, it doesn't come down that far. And the male also has a red mustache stripe. They like to nest in hard structures. I've seen them nest in a telephone pole.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's
And they
quite
have a
job.
very distinct call. That's why I knew what it was coming toward me, because I could hear it.
Good, yeah, they do. There are some smaller birds we have too that
Okay.
are permanent. Most common, most likely for everybody, would be the black-capped chickadee. Little bird, smaller than most sparrows even. Black cap, black throat, big white cheek patch.
Okay.
And if he sings chickadee-dee-dee, you can't miss him. He has other songs though too, but that's the one that really identified.
Okay.
And if you want to see this bird, put out black oiled sunflower seeds. And if you don't get them in your backyard, there's really something wrong, because
Okay.
they're very common.
Okay.
I decided at the beginning of this year that I would see if I could see them every day of the year. We're almost at the end of September. I've missed 4 days only of not observing a chickadee, so they're very common.
Oh.
And another one would be white-breasted nuthatch. Slimmer than the chickadee, a little longer. Male has a dark cap that's black basically, and the female's dark cap is gray basically. They have a white face, and they have the unique ability to crawl headfirst down a tree trunk.
Really?
Yeah, there's very few birds in the world that can do that, but they're one of them.
Huh.
Just walk headfirst down. Now when chickadees come to eat at your feeder, they're more apt to just grab a seed and hop to the nearest shrub and pound it open and eat.
Okay.
The nuthatch rather tends to fly away rather quickly, and it may eat it when it goes away, or it may take it and stick it into the cracks in the bark of trees, and they'll come back later. Now, lots of birds can remember at least where they have put some of the food they've stored. It's amazing how good their memories are. You know, we tend to think, you know, the birds and animals, they're pretty dumb, at least compared to us. You know? But they have a lot more intelligence and communication ability, I think, than we give them credit for. So if people ever are interested in keeping little records that wouldn't take a lot of time, it would be interesting if they would look this winter, see which permanent residence they can find. Start with their backyard.
We'll do that. All
Okay.
right. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it very much. And for more Birding with Bob, just go to our website, anokacounty.us, or our YouTube channel as well. Thanks for watching.